So I was born in Detroit, but I moved down here, started school down here as well. So kindergarten, I started school. The reason for us leaving was definitely a good decision. Probably wouldn't have made it that great in life. I met my father when I was 7. He was incarcerated a couple of times, so he wasn't really that much in the picture in my life. Not having my dad around, I always question, like, I see my friends, they have both parents, and I'm just here with my mom, so I was trying to figure out, why was I being raised with just one parent instead of two? And as I got older, she started telling me more about how he was in my life due to the life he chose. And so, I started understanding it. I would always ask, like, why me? Why I have to be that one child that doesn't have both parents? I don't want to be that outcast.
I had a great family. 2 parents that loved me, took me to church every Sunday. Went to a Christian private school in Macon, FPD. And I think even through that, even through knowing about Jesus, knowing about God, never really experienced a personal relationship with God. I would say as high school progressed, I definitely started seeing more and more of my friends and people that I knew kind of doing things that I felt weren't right, whether treating people, things they were doing, and definitely started causing some tension kind of with me being a good Christian kid, kind of like, where do I belong in this? I think who I was in high school was I did good things and felt like I was good because I compared myself to the people around me and thought I was better than them. I saw a path of kind of me becoming the person that I was judging all of high school. These people in my grade and in high school that I looked at and internally and condemned for not being as good as I was, I slowly became, and I found myself senior year. I was doing the same things they were. I was starting to drink. I was starting to do stuff with girls that I shouldn't have been doing. I was starting to go places I shouldn't have been, lying to my parents, and became the person that I had judged.
So, Young Life, I went in, they were all loud, rowdy. I'm like, well, these guys are crazy. They was just like, oh, come on in, let's have some fun. They were having like raffle ticket games, throwing tissue around, wrapping people up like a mummy and things like that. And I wasn't really sure what was going to go from there, honestly. And so then they started opening about, a Young Life leader will open up about their personal story and read scripture and how it related to them and how I helped them. And I could definitely, relate to that for sure. So just to see, these people, I assume, oh, they have great lives, but no, everybody has their own stories.
So for Young Life Club, for me in high school it was my favorite night of the week. Playing around with the guys, laughing with Robert and my friends, go inside, sing songs, do a raffle, get to hear one of the leaders speak about Jesus, sing some worship songs, and then go to Chick-fil-A afterwards. I wish we could have done it every night. It probably would have gotten old, but maybe not. It was so great.
EJ is my Young Life leader. When I first met him, he was very outgoing. I wasn't expecting him to, behave the way he did, the way he react to other people, and his energy was very not what I seen before.
First meeting with Robert, honest first impressions, who is this weird, goofy guy with a goatee coming to my high school? Played football for Mercer at the time. I think had a torn ACL or a broken leg or something, was on a scooter. So who is this guy scooting around my lunchroom talking to high schoolers? But turns out he was the guy that the Lord sent to show me how loved I was.
Hanging out with EJ was something I was always looking forward to after school, things like that. We would always go out, it would just be a group of us, and we'll have fun, enjoy time, tell about our days, how our days went. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad.
He would take me out to dinner, we'd hang out with me and guys in my grade. He was always interested in what was going on in my life, whether it was a girl I was talking to or sports I was playing or whatever, hunting or fishing. And through that process of getting to know Robert and him just loving me, I think I got a really good picture of how Jesus looks at me. I went to Windy Gap after my senior year of high school, and honestly, it was weird. The only reason I went is because Robert asked me to go, and I loved Robert, and I wasn't super excited about going, but I was going because Robert was going.
So at Young Life Camp, you know, it's really something I never experienced before. It's something you see in the movies, just like, wow, there's really stuff like that out there. And there's people always having fun. You eat all the food you want, you know, great cabins. You were just people that you know, meet new people, playing games outside, being in the water, and getting to know Christ better. So what I learned at Young Life Camp was, you know, obviously everybody's different. They always have their own personal stories. And at Young Life Camp, I didn't feel alone necessarily. I feel like somebody next to me could probably have the similar story I had.
So I remember sitting in Young Life Club, listening to my friend speak about the trouble he'd gotten in and the really dark period that he went through following that, and hearing him speak about Jesus and how Jesus had met him in that moment and wrapped him up in his arms and made him feel loved. And this being a guy that years prior I would have judged for being a bad guy, you know, I'm so much better than him. But I remember in that moment being so aware of my brokenness and my sin, and that I was just as in need as he was, and seeing how that need had been met by Jesus, and realizing that I wanted it, and feeling the Lord come to me in that moment and say, hey, I'm here, like, you're mine.
I felt like I was always alone. I didn't think I really fit in places that I wanted to fit in, but I just feel like I couldn't because I didn't have the resources for that. I started understanding more how I can get closer with God and people that knew of God and was learning just as much as I was. And before I didn't, I just felt like it was too late, you know, you're done. So Young Life helped me understand how great God is actually. Not to be cliche or anything, but he really actually shows you what he can do for you if you let him.
I wanted to lead going into college. I would say coming out of that experience, my senior year, meeting Jesus, feeling, knowing that love, and wanting to share what we at Young Life call the greatest love story ever told, the cross. So it's been a ball. It's been really, really fun getting to meet high school guys, build relationships with them, love them, show them love of Christ. And it's been really, really cool getting to be to them what my Young Life leader was to me.
I thank God for Young Life and everything he's done for me because it brought me somewhere that I've always wished I can be in my life. So I'm really grateful for that.